Hi everyone, welcome. Tonight I'm going to do a color along in the Mainstreet coloring book by Creative Haven. Sorry about the glare. I had to move lights. I did already start this page a little bit, but my shadow was too bad. So I moved my light to the other side and I'm going to try it and hope that you can see what I'm doing. So I am going to color this page. A subscriber or two messaged me on Instagram and said they really loved what I did and wanted to see how I do it. So I figured I would just kind of pick a page and work through them and go by comments and suggestions of what you want to see from there. So for this one, I'm going to use Prismacolors. I'm going to start with my grapes. My darkest color for my grapes is going to be black grape. And what I started doing before I decided I wanted to redo is I was just going in and kind of filling in the shadows. Sorry about the noise. My Prismacolors are well loved, and this one is giving me a little bit of trouble right off the bat. Imagine that. On camera, of course, but I'm still getting what I need, so that's okay. I did have a brush I used to use to sweep everything off, but my daughter got a desk, and I'm pretty sure she borrowed it. I've noticed lots of my things, my washi tapes and things, have worked their way over there, so I might have to go ransack her desk while she's sleeping and borrow a couple things back. So I have never actually colored like this. I've done a couple tutorials and, you know, kind of like a color and chat or whatever while we did the scavenger hunts, but I've never done one this magnitude, like a whole page finished, and that I had to talk through the whole thing. So, questions, comments, advice is appreciated, and we're just going to do our best and go with it. Okay, so I kind of got my shadows in, and then I'm just going to fill in the couple I know I want to be dark. So I know that one's going to be dark because it's kind of hidden. This one can be a little dark. This one's kind of off in Shadowland. I don't want too many darks together because I don't want them to blend together. It's kind of my thinking behind bouncing around with it. And then I'm just going to kind of play with my couple colors. So then I'm going to take a dark purple, and let's see, actually I'm going to outline a couple of these first. So kind of just making a C shape all across these grapes right here. Just going around the sides. Let's see if I like this. Yeah, that's better. And that way they don't all blend together. They have a little bit of color to them. And it's pretty easy. So, let's see. Okay, I'm going to take this color and just make this one a little darker. So I do want a little bit of variance in there. This one light, we'll make this one light. And I'm just going to continue on that way. I do hear my daughter up, which I started this thinking she was asleep, so if she happens to come out and interrupt, I'm going to apologize for that now. Here I thought I was being sneaky. I'm going to go light with this one. And I might come back in with a darker purple or even a black. Kind of make a couple of these spots even darker. Just because I really want the shadow effect on here. Go light right here. Gonna keep with my C. I want them kind of to all go the same way, so it kind of looks like the light's hitting them the same way. Like I said, my pencils are well loved. You don't really know how loved these poor pencils have been. This is still like my first set, minus a couple pencils I've had to replace, but oh my goodness. I have done lots of things with these these pencils. Okay, see, a little dark there. All right, we're gonna go in with our dark purple. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm not the greatest at these kind of videos, I'm sorry. And kind of just medium pressure, just blending everything together here. Said I might go in with a darker color. Might have to get like dark cherry out. The good thing about Prismas, they layer pretty well, so even though I've burnished these grapes a little bit already, it won't be a whole lot to go back in with a darker color. So I'm gonna just fix a couple that I can see bugging me right off. So I'm thinking for this video I will do probably the grapes and the sign, and then I will break it up so that way if you're only wanting to watch a specific part you don't have to sit through my whole video. I am a little slower with pencils, so that is going to be one thing. These videos are going to take me a little while to record, even trying to decide what, maybe I will just do my green first and then put my highlights in. I'm not sure what I want to use for highlights just yet. I'm going to try to keep these on the same part of every grape. And it is going to change colors. I will go back over it, but I'm just as an example of kind of how they start looking like grapes. So that is that. Then I'm going to do my green ones. So the color I picked for green is the Pale Sage and Yellow Chartreuse, and I might add a little spring green in just to brighten them up a little. So once again, doing the same thing. This is going to be my shadow areas. Right here looks like a shadow. Just kind of under all the layers of the grapes, really. I'm not going heavy with this color. This is not a color I want dominant in my grapes, just because I think grapes look a little paler. If you are looking for food colors palette, Color with Claire has a few of them out there. She has vegetables and a few things like that. Sorry for the noise. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing. So C shape. I kind of just watch tutorials and then just make my own little process out of it. So I'm kind of a combination of everybody, but I did watch a lot of YouTube to get this far. I used to just be an alcohol marker girl, and then I couldn't resist when I seen everybody with their Prismas. Now I'm hooked. I still like to color with alcohol markers, but I do think I like the results pencil gives me more. But for simpler pages and things, quick colorings, alcohol markers are fun. Alright, so then I'm going to take my yellow. Oh, yep, yellow chartreuse. And I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. Some books I will be able to kind of practice on my own and then do on camera, which will be great, but for some reason I only have one of this book and I thought it was a great one to start with, so doing things kind of backwards, pretty normal for me. As you get to know me, you'll notice. And I just want to make sure I blend. So those are going to be my two different grape combinations. I'm also going to want to make sure I pull these colors into the wine bottles. It's going to be a little trickier to color, but we got this. I won't mention the lady's name who reached out to me. I should ask her if I can, but I won't in case she doesn't want mentioned. But she's like, I buy all these hard books and then I don't color in them. And I was kind of thinking the same thing. I have a lot of Teresa Goodridge books and Creative Haven books that I've bought because I adore the pages in, but I haven't touched them because they're intimidating. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to jump in and do it. Okay, so those are going to be, just knocking down some of the bright spots. Those are going to be my yellow grapes. And I'm going to do the same thing with the white pen. This is just a, sorry, forgot we resumed, Signo Uniball white gel pen. And I think on Amazon it's like $5 for 3 of them. I have not tried the Arteza ones yet. I would like to, but they are not on my budget just yet. I heard they color over everything, which is exciting. Okay, so just leaving that little highlight circle. It's a little harder to see on the yellow, but I kind of still want it there for that depth and the awe factor. Okay. And then, get everybody. I don't know what color I want to do my letters yet, so I think I'm going to work on the wood. So for the wood, for this sign, I want it to be a very rich, vibrant, country feeling sign. I'm going to go dark umber, chocolate, sienna, brown, and goldenrod. I'm going to put my darks in first, and I'm almost tempted to add a few more wood lines on this sign, but okay. Sorry about the noise. I should get a quieter sharpener for these kind of videos. I didn't really practice or anything. I just kind of picked a page and jumped in and was like, you know what, we're gonna do one, see what the feedback is, and we'll go from there. So if these videos go well, then I can improve on noisy things such as sharpeners, lighting, things like that. I'm going to scoot down a little because I feel like I'm about off camera. I am a lefty, so I am trying to remind myself to keep my hand out of the way. So all I'm doing is kind of like the shadows. I want these cracks in this wood to be dark and noticeable. It's going to help my grapes pop out. So I'm going to do these ones also. And then I will probably go back in with this color to darken up at the end also. I'm going to pull down. I'm not going to worry about their circle they put in there. I'm going to color right over it. And pulling down. I want it to look like the wood has some type of grain. Pulling down. Pulling down. That's my daughter crying in the background. I'm sorry. She must have just woke up. Might have to pause for 1 second. See if she comes out here. So darkest color where you want your darkest spots. Darkest spots. 1 second. I will be right back. All right, hoping that picks up. Sorry about the pause. You will hear a little bit of noise. She's going to lay on the couch with me for a minute while I finish up. So that way I don't have to stop and restart. So I was just putting in my dark. I also am going to put some dark around these grapes like a shadow effect. It won't be so harsh when I get my other colors in, but for now I am going to put this darkest color under these. Also I'm going to go around these letters. I haven't decided the color I want to do them yet, but that way when I do pick a color, they will stand out a little bit from the wood. So also going around here. under those edges, just so it looks like they have a little life to them here. Okay, so the next step to my wood, actually I should probably, so these knots I'm not going to color over, I'm going to color around them. I just didn't want too much going on by my letters. Those knots I'm going to leave in. So let's see, is this part of the sign? So there's a lot of wood in this picture, so I'm going to have to pick a couple different wood kind of colored textures here so that not everything will blend. But I think for the most part that is going to look perfect. I don't see a leg of a sign on this side, so I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. I'm going to go in with my next color, and just like you do anything else, just over the color before it and build off a little. Okay, just going around, not going to fill that hole all the way in. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. So just working off what I put down and pulling downward. Medium pressure. I want to blend a little bit of the dark brown I put down before, leaving gaps for other colors, pulling down. It gives it that sort of natural wood feel. I think I'm going to leave that just like that for a minute. These are going to be darker because they're kind of like hidden shadow areas. I'll leave a little bit of highlight area there, building off the shadow I put under my letters. And then if I wanted, I could add a little lighter right here. Right here. I'm going to go around these cracks a little. I don't want to go straight dark to light, especially on the cracks, because that won't give it the feeling of depth, like there's actual slots in the wood right there. So I want to make sure I build up even. Maybe adding color over the top of those. I'll pull this one up just a little. I don't want the top to look brighter than the bottom and vice versa. I want them all to kind of have the same feel. Pull that streak up a little. All right. I think I am gonna go around these leaves. This one, a little right here. Okay, I'm gonna take my next color, which is the brown sienna. And same thing. I am gonna leave some white. I know that's gonna look weird, but it'll come together. Leave a little there. So this one, all I pretty much do is I just kind of scribble a little everywhere. It's kind of just a barrier between the darkest color and the color I'm going to use for my highlight kind of look. So it doesn't have to be great, doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be between. Okay, pulling it down around the grapes, cracks. And then I've got to work a little bit in this, so I'm going to go back to my other dark color. I don't want a big gap in that W right there. Still going to give it the downward feel. Okay. Still want that downward texture light green. So I'm just kind of putting that back in with my darker color now. Okay. Goldenrod is going to be my lightest color. And it's just going to blend everything. And if it lightens it too much, you can always go back with your dark. So I would just blend, blend, blend and not worry about it right off. You do want to kind of keep the upward downward just so it has the feel of upward downward grain. Teach me to think I was being sneaky. Putting kids to bed early. Ha! Funny. All right. You can also go over it with blending solution if you want. It does dull it down a little. I think I'm kind of liking the bright effect. So I will probably leave mine just burnished with pencils. Thinking on colors of letters I want to use. That's why I left that little bit of white gap at the top, because it just kind of finishes off that little bit there. Hopefully you can see around my hand. It's hard to get the smaller spots and not have my hand in the way. All right. That is how my sign is going to look. Suppose, how long have I been on here? Let's see, 22 minutes. It's not too bad for me. I am a slow colorer, especially with pencils, so 20 minutes, even with a pause for kids, is not bad. Alright, so that's going to be my sign for now. I might come back and touch it up when I finish my letters. I don't like how that spot looks. Alright. And so I will do the barrels similar to that. Don't have to do those on camera. If you guys have seen enough wood, let me know. Can do a leaf though. And let's see. Sorry about the noise. One more time. All right. So thinking same style. I'm going to kind of go around because I want everything very kind of bright. So just kind of going around with, this is olive green. So I did play with all these colors before I started. Hopefully I didn't mix them up. I kind of had them set out, and this will be lime peel. You might need a little more darker green in there. Sorry, she bumped the camera. Get down. I didn't realize. I forgot I had it pulled down to zoom. Sorry about that. We're still on here. Alright, so just putting a little darker, especially in the middle where the veins are. Nothing too fancy with the leaves. I want to keep the same green I plan on using in other parts of the picture. Everything will blend. Okay. Just gonna work my way this way with it. I think this will be a fun challenge, seeing what pages people suggest and trying to color them without just coloring them on the spot like I would do if nobody was watching. So we'll see. I'm kind of interested. This was a big jump for me. It's funny what you'll do with the right motivation, and I'm going to color that one pretty much dark, but I will still go over it with my lime peel. Okay, there's about to be another child coming out asking me if I'm done with my video yet. No, I am not. And now we know. My kiddos were homeschooled this year. So we're still on a routine, but apparently early bedtimes still don't exist. We are going on 9 here, so we're almost to regular bedtime. Okay, then same thing, just lime peel. And I'm just going to do the 2 colors. If I'm not liking how it's going at the end, I think I have my Prussian green out just to add a little darkness to it. So that is always an option. Probably will washi tape this page. I think I have a washi tape picked out. I might put it on before I'm done just so I can pull the colors in from that washi tape too. Okay, blending, blending. Those are gonna be my leaves for now anyway. Turning it back around so you can see. So I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight because everyone is noisy. I was going to do this red, but because I have so much going on in my background, I think I'll stop it. And when it's quieter, I'll give it another go. So I thank you for watching. Questions, comments, leave down below. If you have any pages, books, artists you want to see, let me know. If this is a good idea for you, you like watching this, please let me know. It helps me out in deciding what to do. And I hope to see you next video for part 2. We will probably tackle some flowers and some barrels. Thanks for watching.